TA video. I'm going to be diving into Chainlink right now, and just looking at some structural plays here moving forward, and you know, where we've came from and potentially what's going on right now. So, you know, on a zoomed out scale on the weekly time frame here, you can see that Chainlink had, like many other projects within its bull run up to the 2021 peak. Okay, you know, Chainlink had this wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, Elliott wave theory, impulsive wave up. And right now, potentially what I think's happened is we've had this irregular A, B, C correction. Okay, and right now basically we're coming up in, we've had an impulsive leg up, a large impulsive leg up, we're having a large corrective wave, and potentially looking to hold and break out and come up for a third wave here. You know, as long as this little square box of play right here maintains right now, at the moment we are in the safe zone and looking to coil up for a breakout, whether it be to the upside or downside, who knows. But you know, who's not to say that this C leg could not come further down, and right now we're just coiling up into the EMAs and going to get rejected. Okay, because that's a big potential, I'll be honest, that's a big potential. But just from looking at the EMAs here, okay, you can see that Chainlink, once it's had its death cross, okay, and it's lost this foundational level of support down here, okay, where you came up impulsive, came back for support, you know, you came back for support, lost it, basically turned the EMA into resistance, and from that point you turned support into resistance, and you capitulated. Okay, within, you know, a couple of months of just straight downside and no sort of relief. So what this potentially could be is the relief that Chainlink needed right now, and the markets are needing, but is it necessarily the one to get us up and above above these EMAs and start to curl these back up and start to, you know, form some sort of bottom and break out here? Is it going to be the time for that to happen? Now, one thing we could look at here, if we just zoom in a little bit, sorry guys, if we just zoom in a little bit here, you can see that Chainlink's under a level of resistance right now, okay, and it's basically coiling up. It's got an ascending level from this low, it's got an ascending level of support currently that it's holding, and right now we're in this sort of ascending triangle where you've got a low, a level of resistance, a higher low, and right now you're basically trying to get back up. As long as this ascending level of support holds, okay, you're going to be trying to retrace back up to this resistance point where you come down from. Okay, so right now we're stuck in this sort of like rectangular point, where we're just going sideways in this range, I do believe. But we are, as I said, look, you can see we're tightening up here and sort of squeezing ourselves into a potential break where we're either going to come into resistance of this 20 EMA, and potentially get rejected and lose. If you start losing this low, it's very negative. I'll give you targets to the downside in a second. Or you're going to get a squeeze up where you're going to come out, break above this, hopefully backtest it as support, and then approach the 55 EMA here on the weekly, which, you know, the likes of XRP is happening right now. You know, could that be front running, you know, of the alts at the moment? Who knows? Could it be a bull trap? Who knows? But at the end of the day, okay, coins are starting to break out to the weekly 55, which some have not tested for a long time. Chainlink hasn't tested the 55 since back in January 2022. It's just continuously been under the 20, you know, so that is a mission in itself. But if we do start to break out here, then it does look like the likelihood, if you start getting above the 20 EMA, is the 55 retest. So that's something we're definitely going to be keeping our eyes on. The potential target breakout from here to here, if Chainlink does break out, you can see that it would have a technical target basically up to the 55 with a 51% long up from current prices, probably a bit more, about 70%, I'd say. Oh, that's 99% long up from where current price is, you know. But it all depends on this level of ascending support. This ascending level of support has to hold. If we start coming below here, hitting our heads on it and turning it into resistance and retesting these lows, it's very negative, and this whole pattern here is invalidated. So we have to keep our eyes on it moving forward. Hopefully it does hold this level of support. If it doesn't, and it does start to lose, this level of support, the ascending level of support I just showed you, the technical target is from this high here. Okay, we're retracing back down to this low. Okay, the minimum target for me would be $3.70 for Chainlink to go to, and that would be a current price depreciation of around another 47%, of which I think would be that final leg down or push down for Chainlink. And you know, if Bitcoin was to roll, then other coins in the market too, because potentially you'll be losing this 1 fib, which is the current low that we're holding back in June. Okay, if you came down and started losing it like this and losing the 1 fib, hitting your head, you know, coming up but just hitting your head, then the minimum targets are the 1212 to the 1618. Okay, and that's my targets to the downside. But for the upside, as I said, you've got a potential here of this breakout of an ascending triangle, high level of support. If you do start to break out, then you're looking to come up and retest this 55, aren't you? So that's basically it for Chainlink in the short term. I hope you enjoyed today's update, guys. If it does break out, I said that, let me just get a fib on, sorry, before I go. So I'm going to go from this low, okay, back up to this high, because we came up to this high, fell to this low, have come up, been rejected, so we're retracing back to this low. So you'd be basically pushing up to the 2 fib with the breakout at $14, $14.40, around that sort of price there for Chainlink. If you do start to, if you do hold this level of support, come back up through the EMA, start to break out and hold on, you could be pushing up to that sort of level. Of which you'd have stronger resistance points above where you'd potentially be running into, and at that point it would be decision time for Chainlink, whether it will come down potentially, in the near future. You could even retrace back down to these lows after coming up to a high level of resistance here, and form an even higher or a larger ascending triangle. Terrible drawing there, but something like this where you're coming up like that, and over a longer period of time you're going to break out. Disgusting drawing, but anyway. So yeah, that's basically it for me on Chainlink, guys. Lose these lows down here. As I said, the technical target for me is the 1618 at $3.75. But if you start to break above $8.70, this level of resistance here of this ascending triangle, you're looking at a price to the upside of around $14. So yeah, that's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's content. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, from Chartner TA, peace out.